RV manufacturer secrets they don't want you to know. And believe me, they're going to be upset with us over this one.
Today, we're diving deep into some of the dirty secrets that the RV industry does not want you to know. Whether you're a seasoned RVer or just starting out, these are truths that you're going to want to know before you hit the road. First up, let's talk about consumer protections. A lot of people believe that when you are buying an RV, that you're getting the same protections that you get when you buy a car or an SUV or a truck or anything like that. But this can't be further from the truth. There is very little consumer protection for RVs. And I'm going to repeat that. There is very little consumer protection for RVs.
Yeah, almost none.
And the industry's made it this way on purpose. While your RV is covered under a warranty, they often have so many exclusions and loopholes in the contract that you're really receiving very little consumer protection. It is so important that you read the fine print when you're purchasing an RV so that you know what is truly covered and what isn't. When there is a dispute in the automobile industry regarding the number of repairs or the length of time it takes to service a vehicle, consumers can invoke what is called the Lemon Law.
Right.
And in our home state, the Lemon Law provides that a dealer or manufacturer must correct a defect within 30 days after the consumer writes to the manufacturer by certified mail. And if the manufacturer or the dealer is unable to do so, the consumer is entitled to a refund or a replacement vehicle under the Lemon Law if a number of problems that substantially impair the use and the market value of the vehicle have caused it to be out of service for a cumulative amount of time of 30 days or more. An RV may sit months before a problem is fixed on the dealer's lot or even on the manufacturer's lot if you return it there to get fixed. And it's very possible that that one fix might have to be fixed again and again.
And that's very true. We've met people who purchased RVs, they've broken, and they haven't been able to use them for the whole camping season because they're stuck at the shop waiting to be worked on.
And we lived through this with our Fleetwood Bounder, where it took 3 years to find the source of a leak and then finally get it repaired. And it wasn't the repair shop or the manufacturer who figured out what the problem was.
Yeah.
It was actually a viewer of ours who had the very same issue.
Right. If we had left it to them, it would never be fixed.
However, using the Lemon Law for recreational vehicles can be a bit more challenging. Certain Lemon laws only cover defects in the RV chassis, and many state Lemon laws completely exclude motorhomes from coverage. What a lot of attorneys have done is used a different strategy, that is, make a claim under the federal Magnuson-Moss Warranty Act, which is a U.S. federal law that governs warranties on consumer products. If a product has a warranty, that warranty must comply with this law. But once again, the RV industry has found a way to get around that, John.
Again? Oh, jeez.
What you'll notice is that RV manufacturers, dealerships, they add this arbitration clause to sales documents, which limits your ability to seek restitution through the legal system. By signing on that dotted line, you are agreeing to arbitrate rather than go to court. And a lot of times most of the time, you are agreeing to arbitrate outside of your home state in Indiana with an arbitrator chosen by the RV industry who's getting paid by the RV industry.
That sounds completely fair.
Exactly. It's a very, very biased system and not one that ends up favoring the consumer.
I can also see why they don't like the Lemon laws. I mean, they don't want to give you a refund or a replacement for anything, especially not a loaner. Can you imagine if they had to give you a loaner RV?
I know,
oh my gosh, they do not want that.
And then the second protection, right? So we talked about the first protection that we don't have as consumers when buying an RV that a lot of people don't know about.
Right.
But the second one I think that a lot of people don't realize either is that we do not have a lot of the safety regulations that you find in the automobile industry. Did you know that RVs are not required to perform, or the RV manufacturers are not required to perform a National Highway Traffic and Safety Administration crash test?
I can believe that.
In fact, the only part of a motorized RV, with the exception of Class Bs, right, because they're like vans, right?
Right.
The only thing that has to be tested for safety is the drivetrain.
Right.
And unless you own like a bus conversion, like a school bus, a Prevost, which has like a fiberglass body and steel frames and all that kind of stuff, these RVs, they completely fall apart in crashes. I mean, they're nothing really but plywood and laminate.
Have you ever seen pictures of a Class A RV after a crash? It looks like a bunch of popsicle sticks all over the highway.
It does. I mean, they just completely fall apart.
They do.
And nothing on that RV has to be tested for safety.
Well, can you imagine the expense of building a $100,000, $200,000 RV just to crash it into something?
Well, first of all, they're not worth what you think they're worth. Okay?
I completely trust.
And there are many of $100,000, $200,000 automobiles that get tested. Look, we just looked at a Ford F-350 the other day.
Yes.
And that was a $96,000 truck, which was shocking to me, but that's a whole nother story. But that was a $96,000 truck. Those trucks get test crashes.
You know they crash test the $40,000 F-350. they don't crash test the 96.
Okay, it's a trim level, right? But it's the same thing with RVs,
yes.
Right? You have different trim levels and the same. I mean, look, you get it's the same thing.
All right, I got you.
Yeah,
sure. Why not?
And you don't have to put everything in it to do a test crash.
You know, you might want to put that residential fridge in there to see where it goes.
Okay, good point. Yeah, you're right, John. You're right on that one. I'll give you that.
But that would be costly.
Yeah.
All that stuff would be costly.
So I'm curious, what you think about having safety test crashes or crash tests. Safety test crashes, crash tests? Safety crash tests for RVs. Put it down in the comments below. Let us know what your thoughts are on that.
It'd be ridiculous expensive, but I'm still saying it would be.
And now that you talked about price,
yes,
let's start talking about the sticker price scam. Oops, did I say that?
It's not a scam. I completely trust their pricing.
So unlike cars, which have a sticker price, the sticker price on cars, that's actually something called the Monroney label.
That's what, they put the sticker price on the Monroney label.
On the Monroney label, there's certain information by law that has to go on that sticker. Now, they keep adding different things that have to go on it, but basically you're going to find out what the crash rating was. You're going to find out, what the gas mileage is, all the different options that are on that vehicle. The sticker labels on RVs are not Monroney labels. RVs are excluded from having to have an actual Monroney label. So here's what they do. The RV industry bumps up that sticker price. I think a lot of people know, and if you don't know, that sticker, it's fake. The price on there is really meaningless. They put this really high price so that you can come along and in regular times, because this is different right now with what's going on with the market, but you can actually go in and take 40% off of the price on that sticker price, and it's no big deal. No,
it's no big deal to them because they're still getting a profit. Now, you have to point out, the smaller the RV, the less the margin, because if you get like a 21-foot trailer, they have less wiggle room there. But if you're getting something like what we have, a Fleetwood Bounder, easily 50%.
Yep. Now, if you're a seasoned RVer, you know about this, but we have a lot of people who watch our channel who are new to RVing, who are just looking to buy their first RV. And I think it's very important to tell them this piece, and that is that the PDI, otherwise known as the pre-delivery inspection that's done at the dealership, is performed by the least experienced member of the maintenance team. And it does not guarantee you anything regarding the quality of that RV. And we always say we do not want a PDI, because what you really should be doing is hiring a certified RV inspector to take a look at your RV and document everything that is wrong with it. Do not pay for the PDI. Do not request a PDI. No. And if anyone tells you that you can't take that off, it's a required service that has to be done, that's not true. Walk out, go someplace else. It's wasted money that you should not spend.
The certified inspector is worth the money. It may not find every little thing, but it is well worth it to get someone to find all those big things that you would have missed.
Yep.
And the dealer is not going to find those things.
Yep, that's true. Which brings me to our next little secret. There is a severe lack of quality control in the way that these RVs are built, and manufacturers are looking for the cheapest way to get them out of the door. We know this because we have spoken to people in the industry, and we have spoken to some of the service departments that are associated with some of the manufacturers who are also very frustrated with cutting corners, which they end up later having to fix.
Right.
And we see this, you'll see that multiple RVs will have the same exact problem.
Yep.
And that was a conscious decision by the manufacturer to do things this way to cut costs. And you'll also find out that all these different RVs, the bones, the components of them are very much the same.
Oh, they're almost all the same.
There are very few suppliers, and we've talked about this in another video. So it's not uncommon for new RVers to face problems like leaks, faulty plumbing, bad electrical systems, structural issues, all after they purchase their brand new RV.
Right. And the thing is, RVs are so different than cars because most cars run down a line that is mostly automated.
Mm-hmm.
These machines put them together at such tight tolerances that they come out exactly the same all the time. It's not so with RVs. You get one RV coming through and the next RV coming through, and it could be completely different build quality depending on who's working on that RV at that particular moment.
Let's talk a little bit about financing because
here
I
we
think
go.
for a lot of people, financing is like this black box, right? Like everybody knows, get your own financing, don't go through the dealership, you'll get ripped off. So RV financing can be a bit complex and often comes with high interest rates. And dealerships make a lot of money off of financing.
Yeah.
They can cut that price on the RV and make it up in financing. And I'm not going to go into a lot of detail. If you guys would like for us to do a video about buying and dealerships and things that happen behind the scenes, let us know. Put it down in the comments below and we'll go into more detail. But the dealerships receive either a flat rate for each referral, a portion of the interest, or a percentage of the entire loan. And about 80% of all dealer-arranged loans carry marked up interest rates. So dealers have something called a buy rate, and that's something that they have worked out with the lender, and it represents the minimum rate that the bank or credit union will accept. Now, once they have that buy rate when you come in, they're not going to offer you that buy rate. They're going to mark it up by about 2%.
Yeah.
Right? 2.5% percentage points, sometimes less, depending on your credit, of course.
Right.
And they're going to that markup is called the sell rate. That is what they're going to offer you on the loan. Now, what a lot of people don't realize is that you can actually negotiate down that sell rate so that you might even be able to get a better rate that you can get from your credit union. But you first have to get those pre-approvals and those other rates so that you have some ammunition to negotiate.
Definitely.
For an even lower rate when you go to purchase your RV. So consider getting pre-approved through your bank or credit union, and then that'll give you way more negotiating power. This is really starting to turn into how to buy.
I know. I don't know what you're doing here.
I know. So
Let's get back on track.
Here's the next thing that I want to talk about, the dirty little secret. We've been doing RV shows for probably about 3 years now.
Right.
And I'm starting to notice that from year to year, there really aren't very many differences in the RVs that are being produced.
I'm beginning to wonder if that's because of the manufacturer or because of sales, because I've seen some interesting floor plans come out, like, remember the Class A's with the kitchen islands?
Winnebagos, yeah. Winnebago does put out some interesting.
And then also Fleetwood did that for a short time, and then they go away, and I'm thinking, do they not sell? Do people not want them? Or is it a problem in manufacturing?
Well, I wonder if it's a cost issue because to have this one-off model
Yeah.
is probably, and have one-off furniture and plumbing and everything else that you have to do for that one-off model, if it just costs them too much, and so they end up just going away with it.
Yeah, it's just strange because I think over time we've seen some of the more interesting floor plans go away.
Yeah.
They just come and then they go.
And then they go. I agree. All right, folks. Well, those are the secrets that we have. If you'd like for us to do another video that really covers the secrets and the things that happen behind the scenes in dealerships, please go ahead and put it down in the comments below.
Well, that would be fun.
And let us know if you have any dirty secrets that you want to share with everyone else in the comments about RV manufacturing. And if you are interested in knowing more about the quality situation with RVs, check out this video right there.
It's always here.
Always there.